We're very excited here at ShareGate to introduce even more features that will help you manage and report on your environment, especially with these new Permissions Matrix Report and Enhanced Explorer. In this video, I want to show you what's new so you can feel comfortable once you download the trial. Let's check it out. So you want to know what's new in our new release of ShareGate 5.5. Well, I'm actually very excited to show you. We've made a lot of improvements in security management so that after you've done your migration and you want to manage your environment, you can continuously do so with a proper reporting tool, security tool, and all-around reorganizing and restructuring tool. This is really exciting time. So let's see what's new in ShareGate today. Well, as you know, the Explorer, we've changed the Explorer to make it your main point of focus. So you'll see that as you click on things, we now have a new tab in the pop-up panel, which only shows up when you need to actually now. And as you select things, you'll see that it adapts and changes and shows me the security tab on top of the traditional general tab that gave us all the information needed for that particular object. Of course, if you continue drilling down, you'll see that we've also grouped all the things that were below the site before, such as the site content type, site columns, the features that you can activate and deactivate, are now under site settings. And then lists and libraries are under their own category or drop down if you wish. When I click on an object, whether it's a site or a list, a document library, I can click on the security tab and quickly get a feel for what's going on and what's enabled or disabled in terms of security. So when we're talking about security properties, whether we're looking at the permissions, and I can click on View All to see all the users and all the groups that have access to this site collection, the administrators, these are the site collection administrators, or the members of the owners group of that site. But no, there's more. We even put the external users of that site collection at the bottom there so you can quickly see what's going on and keep control of your SharePoint environment. This is very important. We've also removed the security tab. So before you'd have a security tab separate in the navigation, what we've done is we've integrated it directly here so you can add permissions and it's already selecting the objects you've selected. Of course, if you want to do multiple objects at the time, so if you want to take the entire tenant, or if you just want this site collection and this site collection and this site collection, we've grouped them for you at the top. So now you can add permission and remove permission, copy user permissions, check a user's permission. This is great for validating and sending a report to whoever needs it. Let's say, finance needs a report on what John has access to on their entire site collections. You have to be able to give them those details, especially if it spans multiple areas. What's fun is that we've revamped the add and remove permissions. Look at this. I selected 3 site collections. If I click on add permission, it's automatically selecting those as targets and already showing me all of the groups inside of those site collections. So what that means is if I want to add a user, I can find them quickly using our people picker. That is just awesome. Add, and I can actually find the groups, so I know I want to add them to all the members groups. So I start typing out members and I see all of the 3 members group from these 3 site collection. I can add them, and thus following Microsoft's best practices in putting individual users in groups to manage security. ShareGate helps you stay conform to the best practices in your environment. This really very exciting about this. Of course, you can still add explicit permission, and we even load custom permission levels if you need to. This is very cool. So either you're doing it grouped for multiple objects, or you deselect them and you do it for just one particular site collection, list, or document library. We still have the external sharing report, which allows me to see what are the content that are currently being shared outside of my organization. If you're worried about people sharing things with external users, ShareGate's going to help you find out what content is being shared and to whom it is being shared with. You can run these reports whenever you want, and of course you can export them, that's the most important thing, into Excel so that you can actually build charts and reports and send them to whoever needs that information or just keep track of it. Our latest addition for permissions management is the Permissions Matrix Report. One click of the permissions matrix report will tell you who has access for that particular object you've selected. So you can quickly see all of the people, and just highlighting the column will tell you what access they have. If you want to expand, you can even click on, say, the site members group, and it will expand and give you all the users. Even better, we can even expand on Active Directory groups as well and put all of the users below here so you can see who has access and how they have access in just a click. Stay tuned as we continuously make this matrix report better in the future. Very exciting stuff, definitely. So this is what's changed in terms of the Explorer and security management for ShareGate 5.5. But we've done even more. Let's look in the migration aspect of ShareGate. Great, so as you know, in our previous release, we were very excited to add the Insane mode into the Performance tab, linking your Office 365 with Azure so that you can actually ShareGate with Azure so that you can see insane speeds migrating to Office 365. That's why we called it the Insane mode. But even better, if you go into our pre-migration check, so if you're looking to do a migration, you can go to your recent sessions. That's what I'm going to do quickly to jump into a migration scenario. Now, before any good migrations, you want to make sure that you're not going to get any errors that you couldn't have fixed beforehand, such as users that no longer exist and other possible scenarios where content types don't exist and others that you'd want to migrate beforehand or granularly control. ShareGate has had a pre-migration check for a while. So if you want to migrate multiple site collections at a time into this site collection at the destination, before you actually click on copy, you may want to run a pre-check migration report. And what we've done is we've revamped it so that giving you a lot more in terms of performance and information. What we've done is we've grouped the errors by category so that you can quickly see what's going on. So as you can see, the errors are actually listed with the number of items matching that error instead of showing everything directly scrolling down. And if you know, in the past, if you would have many errors, they would all be right here. Whereas now they're easily grouped by that tells you how to solve these potential issues. For example, if I go to other warnings right now, I can see that there's a lot of site templates that don't exist at the destination. So what I can do is go back to my migration and map the site templates so that if a certain site template doesn't exist, I can turn it into another site template. So the new pre-check report really helps me to gather all the information before I do my migration. And this will really help me when I have these large migrations or simply do a proper migration. Well, very interesting. I like this new look. I like the Explorer. I like the enhanced actions. And of course, my favorite has always got to be that permission matrix report. That is definitely awesome. How do you like it? Let us know in the comments.